Warning: the following clips are for demonstration purposes only.
Michael Rockefeller's disappearance in 1961 stands as one of the most captivating and enigmatic cases of the 20th century. The young man, heir to the Rockefeller family fortune, vanished in the remote jungles of New Guinea, sparking international intrigue and speculation that endures to this day. The case, rich in both historical and cultural complexities, has been the subject of numerous investigations, theories, and debates. Yet, despite the extensive search efforts and countless inquiries, the mystery of Michael Rockefeller's fate remains unsolved. Born into one of America's wealthiest and most influential families, Michael Rockefeller was the son of New York Governor Nelson Rockefeller and the grandson of John D. Rockefeller, the oil tycoon who was one of the richest men in history. Despite his privileged upbringing, Michael was drawn to the unknown and the exotic. He graduated from Harvard University with a degree in history and economics, but chose not to pursue a life of comfort in the corporate world.
Instead, he was passionate about anthropology, particularly fascinated by the art and cultures of indigenous peoples.
In 1961, Michael joined an expedition to New Guinea, a region known for its dense, impenetrable jungles and its isolated tribes who had little contact with the outside world.
The Asmat people, in particular, were of great interest to Michael. The Asmat were renowned for their intricate wood carvings, and also for their history of headhunting and ritualistic practices. These elements intrigued Michael, who saw the Asmat culture as one of the last remnants of a world untouched by modernity. Michael's journey to New Guinea was part of a larger expedition sponsored by the Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnology at Harvard. His goal was to document and collect Asmat art, which he believed was underappreciated in the Western world. Michael hoped to bring back artifacts that would not only enhance the understanding of the Asmat culture, but also secure their legacy through preservation in museums.
On November 17, 1961, Michael Rockefeller's adventure took a tragic turn. He and Dutch anthropologist René Wassing were traveling along the southern coast of New Guinea in a dugout canoe when it suddenly capsized. They were miles away from the nearest shore.
While Wassing and two native guides chose to stay with the canoe, believing they would be rescued, Michael decided to swim for help. He was last seen swimming towards the shore, determined and full of energy. That was the last time anyone saw Michael Rockefeller alive.
The search for Michael began almost immediately. The Dutch authorities, who were responsible for the colonial administration of New Guinea at the time, launched an extensive search operation. Helicopters scoured the coastlines, boats navigated the treacherous waters, and ground teams pushed deep into the jungle. Despite these efforts, no sign of Michael was found. The vastness of the jungle and the isolation of the region made the search extraordinarily difficult. In the absence of concrete evidence, speculation about Michael Rockefeller's fate began to run wild. The most straightforward theory was that he had drowned while trying to swim to shore. The waters off New Guinea are known for their strong currents and the presence of dangerous wildlife, including sharks and crocodiles. It is entirely plausible that Michael, despite his physical fitness and determination, succumbed to the elements. However, the lack of a body or any trace of him led to other, more sensational theories.
Nelson Rockefeller, devastated by his son's disappearance, traveled to New Guinea shortly after the incident to conduct his own investigation. He offered substantial rewards for any information that could lead to the discovery of his son, dead or alive. Despite his efforts, the investigation yielded no new leads. The Rockefeller family, known for their power and influence, could not penetrate the mystery of Michael's disappearance, and the case gradually faded from the headlines.
In the years following Michael Rockefeller's disappearance, various individuals and groups have attempted to solve the mystery. Some journalists and adventurers claim to have found evidence supporting the theory that Michael was killed by the Asmat. Stories emerged of white men seen living among the tribes, leading to speculation that Michael had survived and was living in hiding. However, these stories have never been verified, and they often contradict each other. The cultural and historical context of the time has also played a significant role in shaping the narrative around Michael Rockefeller's disappearance. The early 1960s were a time of significant change in New Guinea, as colonial powers began to withdraw, and indigenous groups struggled to maintain their traditions in the face of increasing external influences. Michael's expedition into the heart of Asmat territory was seen by some as an intrusion into a world that was not yet ready to be exposed to the outside. The Rockefeller family's wealth and status added another layer of intrigue to the case. Some have speculated that the search for Michael was hindered by a desire to avoid potential political and diplomatic complications. Others believe that the true story of what happened to Michael has been covered up to protect the Rockefeller name. These theories, while speculative, highlight the complexity and enduring fascination with the case. Over the years, the story of Michael Rockefeller has been retold in numerous books, documentaries, and articles. Each retelling offers a different perspective on what might have happened to him. Some focus on the cultural clash between the Asmat and the Western world, while others emphasize the personal tragedy of a young man lost in pursuit of knowledge and adventure. The case remains a topic of debate among historians, anthropologists, and mystery enthusiasts alike. The disappearance of Michael Rockefeller also raises broader questions about the ethics of exploration and the impact of Western involvement in indigenous cultures. Michael's fate, whatever it may have been, serves as a reminder of the risks and uncertainties that come with seeking to understand the unknown. It also underscores the challenges of crossing cultural boundaries and the potential consequences of doing so without fully understanding the complexities involved. In the end, the mystery of Michael Rockefeller's disappearance remains unsolved. The dense jungles of New Guinea, combined with the secretive nature of the Asmat people, have kept the truth hidden for more than 6 decades. Michael Rockefeller's legacy endures not just as a member of one of America's most prominent families, but as a symbol of the enduring mysteries that still exist in our world. His story is a poignant reminder of the limits of human knowledge and the dangers that come with pushing those limits. Whether Michael died in the waters off New Guinea, was killed by the Asmat, or somehow survived and chose to live in obscurity, his disappearance is a tragic and enigmatic chapter in the history of exploration. As long as the mystery remains unsolved, the tale of Michael Rockefeller will continue to intrigue and puzzle those who seek to understand what happened on that fateful day in 1961. His disappearance is a story of ambition, adventure, and the unknown, a story that, like many of history's greatest mysteries, may never be fully understood. The allure of the unknown continues to captivate our imaginations, and Michael Rockefeller's story is a testament to the enduring power of mystery in the human experience.